Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bob Kroll, the police union president in Minneapolis. Very unfavorable. Heard a lot of horrible things about him just from reading online. Well, he has recently come out to say how the cops fired in George Floyd killing could get their jobs back. And see, he really is showing us how the union works. See, if you're in the union, they are constantly trying to get you out of everything, even when you don't deserve it. So we know those guys are fired, but he is opening the door for them to possibly get their job back. So this is the New York Post, June 27th, 2020. The four cops fired over the death of George Floyd stand a good chance of getting their job back if the police union appeals their dismissals, records show. That's ridiculous. This shouldn't even be a conversation, period. The Minneapolis Police Federation has a string of wins in getting terminations reversed by arbitrators. 6 out of 8 since 2006, according to NBC News. In a letter to members, the union's president signaled that he was working on getting the officers reinstated. All 4 ex-cops are also facing criminal charges, including murder. They were fired without due process, wrote the president, Lieutenant Bob Kroll. The union didn't respond to a request about what their stance is now on the officers. Of the 8 firings, arbitrators dismissed 2 and reinstated 6, according to an NBC review of Minneapolis Bureau of Mediation Services records. 3 of the reinstatements stand out. 1 cop punched a handcuffed man in the face several times, breaking his nose. Another pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge stemming from a fight with his wife. And a third was fired, reinstated, fired again for the allegedly kicking a teenager in the head, and reinstated again. That's a disgrace for you to even keep someone like that. Any of those 3. The case might be more egregious than most, but it's not at all far-fetched in the world of law enforcement labor. That is ridiculous. It is maddening, and the general public should be outraged. For criminal justice experts, arbitration plays an outside role in keeping officers accused of serious misconduct. They shouldn't be kept at all. That's bull. Let me move on. I would say this is one of the most important accountability issues, said Stephen Rushton, Loyola University Chicago law professor who published a study on arbitration in 2018. If you can't remove bad officers, it's going to be really hard to improve a police organization. The Minneapolis Police Union estimated that only a couple of cases a year ago to arbitration, and pointed out that research shows arbiters uphold police firings at about the same rate, roughly 50%, as other types of public employees. Wow. For Scoopman, those statistics drive home a point that the system is flawed. Oh, it's far from flawed. It needs to go. It needs to go. Imagine running any business and you have to allow 50% of the people you've fired come back in and work in your business, he said. It sends a completely wrong message that you can do whatever you want and you're not going to get fired. None of those cops that killed George Floyd should even be considered for rehire. This is outrageous for this to even be on the table. Dave Bicking, a former member of the Minneapolis Civilian Police Review Board, believes it's very likely the officers would be reinstated if the union opts to defend them, but the opportunity may never come depending on what happens in court. Wow. I can't believe this, y'all. These unions are so bad. You can be charged with a murder, jailed, waiting for trial, and they're sitting there trying to see what they can do to get you rehired. And this is why so many people say the things that they do about police unions, y'all. This is just ridiculous, for real. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.